Hello everybody. Today I am going to discuss about the Fabeceae family. Fabeceae family is the dicotyledon family, which is the third largest family among all angiosperms. Why? Because it is having a lot of commercial values, and it is commonly called as peanut family, or also it is called as pulses family. All the protein rich pulses are belongs to this family. So today I am discussing about the description of Fabeceae. Now coming to the classification, division comes under phanerogams. Phanerogams means flowering plants or seeded plants. Class dicotyledonous because of taproot system and because of reticulate venation and well-developed flowers, bisexuality, and pollination, fertilization, all the advanced characters are noticed in Fabeceae family members, and two cotyledons at the embryonic stage. Now coming to the series Calciflorae, and order is Rosalis, family Fabeceae. Calciflorae rosalis means more than 10 stamens, hypogynous flowers, or some perigynous flower characters also visible. Pentamerous, diclamidy, heteroclamidy. These are all leads to the placing of Fabeceae under series Calciflorae and Rosalis. Now coming to the next, if we see the habit, giant trees to small annual herbs are there in the Fabeceae. Giant trees means big trees. For example, Kumpasia excelsa is a very big tree, and there are some small annual herbs are also there, with the majority being herbaceous perennials. Most of the members of Fabaceae are perennials. Plants have indeterminate inflorescence, which are sometimes reduced to a single flower. So inflorescence to single flower is also one of the important character. And now coming to this habitat. Fabaceae have an essentially worldwide distribution, being found everywhere except Antarctica and the high Arctic. The trees are often found in tropical regions, while the herbaceous plants and shrubs are predominant outside the tropics. Now coming to the vegetative characters. Taproot system is the common because of dicotyledonate and consisting of nodular roots. That is the importance of the family here. Fabaceae consists of nodular roots. I will show the picture. Look at this picture. It is a taproot system. There are some round spherical nodules glands are there, which consist of rhizobium. Here this root system exhibits symbiosis. Here rhizobium is the microorganism which fix the nitrogen from the atmosphere and fix in the form of nitrogenous compounds in the soil, and that nitrogenous compounds like ammonia, nitrites, nitrates, which are absorbed by the plants itself. So in reciprocal, the plant gives shelter and food to the microorganism. So the mutual understanding between one advanced angiospermic plant and one small microorganism with mutual benefits living together, it is known as symbiosis. So here presence of nodular roots is the very important identification character and speciality of the Fabaceae family. Now coming to the stem. Stem is erect or climber, and Fabaceae includes shrubs, herbs, trees, and but majority are climbers itself. Majorly, many members are climbers, and the leaves are petiolate, pinnately compound, or maybe simple. And trifoliate leaves are the best example in Fritillaria and Dahlia slab. Dahlia slab is a chikudu and same which is a best fiber content vegetable, which is very common in our India. That is also belongs to this family. Trifoliate leaflets are present in the Dahlia slab. All beans comes under this family and all pulses comes under this family. Hence, it is commonly called as a pulse family and which is very richest family among all the dicotyledons. And one more important thing, if we see the leaf base, pulvinous type of leaf base, swelling or swollen type of cushion-like soft leaf base is expanded. It shows the sensitive movements that leads to the sensitive movement and closing and opening of the leaves according to the temperature. So presence of pulvinous leaf base is also one important character here. And stipulates. Stipules are very clear. Stipules are present at the two lateral sides of the two lateral stipules are present laterally to the petiole. And reticulate venation, which is very common, and alternate phyllotaxy, and in some cases stipules are modified into leaves or thorns. So here stipulates, pulvinate leaf base, and these are the important characters belongs to the leaf itself. Now coming to the floral characters. Inflorescence. Inflorescence is either racemose or solitary axillary also in some cases. Racemose is panicle, sometimes axillary solitary. And coming to the flower in general, we will find out pedicellate. Pedicellate means flowers are having very prominent stalk and bracteate. Bracts are present. And here the primitive actinomorphic to zygomorphic situation also visible in this majority of the members. So actinomorphic or zygomorphic, both we will find out. And regular. Regular means the symmetry also and the arrangement of sepals, petals, and rhizome, gynoecium in regular manner. And the complete. Complete means flowers are complete means all four floral parts are present in a flower. Two essential organs and two non-essential organs which are arranged in a regular manner. Hence the flower is called complete. Pentamerous. Pentamerous means five consisting of five sepals and five petals. Hypogynous. Hypogynous means the ovary position on the thalamus is superior and but slightly we can find out perigynous also. Now coming to this is the one example floral diagrams we will find out here. Pisum sativum. Look at here. This is the Pisum sativum, batani, matar, which is very rich in protein, available in everywhere all over India and good for good food also. Instead of kajanas, kajan, red gram, tuber dal, we can use this Pisum sativum to replace the protein. Look at this here. These are the foliaceous stipules. The leaf stipules are modified into broad leaf-like foliage structures. Hence, these are called foliaceous stipules. Why it happened means, here in the compound leaf, the terminal leaflets are modified into tendrils. So, this photosynthetic activity is carried out by these foliaceous stipules. Stipules are modified into foliage, broad leaf lamina-like structure, and terminal leaflets are modified into tendrils. So both the modifications are we will find out in a single structure. So Pisum sativum batani, which is very common in winter season, we will find out everywhere and rich in protein. And coming to this structure, floral characters. Floral characters means first starts with calyx. Calyx means which consists of five sepals and three are gamosepalous. Aestivation is ascending imbricate aestivation. And corolla. Corolla means the second floral part, which is very, very important and which gives a lot of significance to this family. Corolla consists of five petals and they are free polypetalae. But coming to here, because of the unequal size and the peculiar shape of the petals, the corolla is named as Papilionaceous corolla. What is that? We will see here. Now coming to this Papilionaceous corolla. Look at this. This is the standard petal, and there are two wing petals and united two keel petals, which is very broad, big posterior side, which is enlarged in size. It is known as standard petal and also known as vexillum. Like that, below the vexillum, laterally two wing petals are present. And below the anterior side, there are two keel petals are united, boat-shaped, united keel petals are present. Look at I will show the other diagram of Pisum sativum. Look at this. This is the standard vexillum, which is posterior side, which is enlarged in size, and it is the place platform for the insects flying, which leads the entomophily. And below the laterally two wing petals are there, which are poly or not united. And coming to this anterior side, there are two keel petals are present, and this structure hide the andrecium and gynecium, protect the essential organs. So this is the specialty of the floral petals. It is known as Papilionaceous corolla. So importance of this family is we have to concentrate on 5 petals, polypetalae, Papilionaceous corolla, and the petals are unequal. Due to the unequal size or dissimilarity in the petals, so towards posterior side, a large petal is present called as standard or vexillum, and it is more attractive in corolla. Below the vexillum, two lateral free petals are present. They are known as wings towards anterior side, and below these wings, there are fused form boat-shaped structures are present called keel or carina. Now coming to the essential parts. Essential parts are nothing but andrecium and gynecium. Coming to the andrecium, the male reproductive part, which is present in the third oral part. At the third node on the thalamus, the andrecium is arise. Andrecium is nothing but which consists of stamens. Stamens are nothing but consist of anthers and filament. So there are 10 stamens in general among all the genera of the Fabaceae, but in some cases there are number of 9 stamens also present. The best example, Abrus precatorius. Abrus precatorius in Telugu it is called Guruvinda. The goldsmiths which are used with the red color dried seeds to weigh the gold, Abrus precatorius, and Albergia lebeca also consisting of 9. And if the stamens are 10 in number, there is some cases 9 plus 1 they form 2 bundles. That is such a condition is called diadelphous. And in some cases monodelphous. All the stamens are united at the lower side and the anthers are free, and that is monodelphous means in a single bundle they are formed, that is crotalaria. And posterior stamen is free and filaments of 9 are fused to form a sheath around the ovary. In Arachis, Arachis hypogea, groundnut. The scientific name of the groundnut is Arachis hypogea. In that 10 stamens are present. All the 10 stamens are united to form a single bundle that is called monodelphous. And in Sophora, all 10 stamens are free. And the stamen filament above that there are 2 anthers are present, anther lobes, that is known as dipicus anthers, and intrors and longitudinal dehiscence and basifixed anthers. So andrecium also show lot of variation, but the number varies 9 to 10. If the 10, in some cases, they form 2 bundles, 9 plus 1. In some cases, all the 10 stamens united form a single bundle, and in some cases, all the 10 stamens are free. But in Abrus precatoria and Albergia, number of stamens are 9 itself. Now coming to the fourth floral part. It is known as female reproductive part, which is the centermost part of the flower and which is more protective and essential organ, which is directly participate in the pollination and fertilization, that is known as gynoecium. Gynoecium. Monocarpellary unilocular superior ovary. And the style is long, slightly bent at the apex. Stigma is simple or capitate, and marginal placentation. When we are opening beans or pulses or groundnut, very clearly we can find out numerous stamens, sorry, numerous seeds or ovules are present on the venter suture of the fruit. So that is nothing but it is the marginal placentation is a very common and important placentation. What do you mean by placentation? Placentation is nothing but arrangement of seeds in the placenta. When we are cutting so many vegetables and fruits, we will find out some pulpy, juicy like substance in the fruit. That is called placenta. In that placenta, number of ovules are which are modified after fertilization seeds. They are embedded in the placenta. So that embedding, the inserting or the arrangement of seeds or ovules in the placenta is known as placentation. That placentation is differ from one family to another family. So coming to here Fabaceae, there is a marginal placentation. Margins, when we are opening the pods or groundnut or any other pulses fruits, we will find out the margin suture is attached to the ovules. That indicates that it is a marginal placentation. There are numerous ovules are present on the ventral suture. But we will see the TS of ovary. We will find out a single carpel, single locule, monocarpellary unilocular ovary. Look at this. This is the TS of ovary. So here single locule, and this is the monocarpellary unilocular. This is the fruit. Look at this. The fruit wall is divided into two. So the seeds are attached to the margin of the suture. It indicates that it is marginal placentation. The type of fruit is legume or pod. So here the gynoecium is monocarpellary unilocular syncarpous ovary, and marginal placentation is the very common most important character of this. Now fruit is usually legume or pod and indehiscent. Indehiscent and not breakable. That is Dalbergia. And in lumentum type of fruit is present in Aliscarpus. And coming to seeds, they are non-bust forming. Now that is about the floral characters. Now coming to the pollination. So according to the Papilionaceous corolla and according to the beauty of the floral parts, entomophily is the very common most among this family. Insect pollination. The pollination mechanism is peculiar in Fabaceae. Flowers are pollinated by bees. The flowers more or less horizontal, stigma and anthers are so exposed to contact the ventral part of the bee. So the two petals fuse and form the keel, protecting the stamens and carpels from rain. So the two wings serve as a platform for the bees and also serve as a lever for depressing the carina. And the standard serves to make the flower conspicuous. Now coming to the economic importance, which is the most important. Coming to this family economic importance, we will find out so many pulses. Pulses means I am telling about what pulses comes under it. Kajanus kajan, Kandipappu, Fijian pea, Phaseolus vulgaris, French bee, Cicer eritinum, chickpea, Shenagapappu, Vigna mungo, black gram, ante minapappu, Vigna radiata, Pesarpappu, Vigna cowpea, and Glycine max soya beans, Macrotyloma, horse gram. These are all the pulses belongs to this family itself. Now coming to food plants means Dolichos lablab, which is chiక్కుడు, Suspania grandiflora, and vegetable plant Siamopsis tetragonoloba, cluster bean, gourd chiక్కుడు. These also belongs to this family. Now coming to the oil yielding plants also there in this family. One is Arachis hypogea, groundnut belongs to this, which is the most common, oldest edible oil. What we are using in India is groundnut oil. The scientific name of groundnut oil is Arachis hypogea and Pongamia pinnata, Ganaga chettu, which is used as a biodiesel and which is also used as a medicinal value. So that is also belongs to the this family, and the oil from the Pongamia pinnata is also used to make a soaps. And not only that one, here uh, some plants gives dye. Dye means which is used in dye industries for the clothes. The best example, the name of the plant is Indigofera tinctoria. The leaves are give dye. That dye is called as indigo Indian blue dye, which is obtained from the leaves, is used to color printing and in paints also. And one more other Clitoria ternata also give blue dye, and which is also obtained from the flowers, and seeds also gives, that is called blue dye. Not only that one, Acanthus aspera, Eschinoma is Escinomi aspera is the stem pith which is used for packing handicraft and fishing boats, floats. And not only that one, for the green manure also. One important thing, this plant, this family plant roots are used as a biofertilizers because of that presence of nodules. Nodules which consist of microorganism rhizobium. So the rhizobium is nothing but which enrich the soil fertility. When the soil is fertile, automatically the plants are grow well. So during cultivation and during agriculture, the nodes and the root system of the Fabeceae are cut into pieces and they break it into small pieces and they mix it in the soil and used as a grand manuring. Some example, Tephrosia purpurea, Gliricidia sepium, Indigofera tinctoria. This entire plant is used as a green manure because of the presence of nitrogenous bacterium, microorganism, rhizobia. And not only that one, some are ornamental plants also there belongs to this family. Butea frondosa, flame of the forest. If we go somewhere, if we see some forests, very beautiful reddish color like a firing flame of the forest. And Clitoria ternata also very beautiful ornamental plant. The entire plant is ornamental. Lathyrus odoratus, sweet pea, batani, and lupine. These are all ornamental plants which are used as a growing as a gardens. And like that, some medicinal crotalaria like also used as a medicinal plant. Fiber yielding plant, Dalbergia, Lebeca, red sandal, and these are also belongs to this family, which are used for the timber or for the fiber yielding. So fiber yielding Dalbergia, latifolia, best example rosewood, Pterocarpus santalum, very best example, very best useful commercial and more valuable sandalwood, red sandal, which is also belongs to this family. So Dalbergia, latifolia, and Pterocarpus santalum belongs to this, which gives timber. So like that, this family, why it is placed in the third position of the all angiospermic because of the economic importance. So here Papilionaceous corolla, presence of root nodules, and economic importance leads to the family, it should be placed on the third position among all the angiosperms. So thank you.